Hey guys, Saiyan here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to do the team building guide for the AGL Metal Cooler EZA that will be coming out around just over 12 hours after this video goes up. It's a standard 30 stage EZA. If we look down the list here, there's no site for it on the official wiki, so shout out to the Dokkan info page. You get damage reduction from STR units right near the start. And then the main restriction is AGL units and STR. You can see here it says Super AGL and Extreme. So you can't use any AGL or STR units, whether they are Super or Extreme. But Cooler is AGL anyway, so you probably don't want to use STR units in the first place. And other than that, standard 30 stage EZA. So talked about it on Twitter the other day. Bit annoying that the Piccolo and Vegeta are also both getting EZAs, but they are sub-EZAs from this event. So you have to replay the stages of this event with stamina to get the medals to then awaken Piccolo and Vegeta. Bit annoying. Some people, I imagine, probably won't even bother to do it, considering that neither of them are like super top tier units. But it is what it is. You know, you'll get your 30 stones for doing the 30 stages. You get the mission rewards for using the category and all that good stuff. Standard EZA affair. So the special category, as you can see, is Powerful Comeback. Not really surprising, since it's kind of pushing the leader skill of the Carnival exclusive Goku. They do this a lot with new EZAs, where they obviously want you to have the new unit and run their team. So the fact that Goku leads Powerful Comeback and is a tech unit, so we have type advantage, he is of course going to be the #1 choice for the leader. So as always with my team building guides, I'm going to go through my top picks and honourable mentions. If there's any units that I miss out or you think I should have talked more about, let me know down below in the comments section. And yeah, if you find the guide helpful at all, do hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let us jump in. So obviously we talked about Goku. He's got type advantage. He has 200% leader skill for the category. He's obviously a very strong defensive unit. In the early turn phases, like the early number of stages, it's unlikely that you'll even drop below the HP threshold to get his revival, but that is something you also have in your back pocket, which is very useful for these kind of events where you can't heal. So obviously double tech Goku leads is the way to go if you want the easiest time possible. As I said, they kind of want, they do it that way on purpose, right? Because they want you to summon for the Goku. So if you don't have Goku, the next actual full leader for Powerful Comeback is the Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta from the 6th year anniversary. He's been back on a bunch of banners now. And even me, you guys will remember, I got mega shafted during the anniversary, did not pull a copy of this guy in 4,000 stones, and yet I have now, with the number of times he's returned, pulled enough copies to rainbow him 3 times over or something. So if you don't have the new Goku, but you did obviously summon for Cooler, chances are you probably have this guy already. Even if you only have the 1 copy, he's basically just going to be there to be the leader. So in the early stages, he's going to be fine defensively, even though he builds up damage reduction and it resets, which is kind of annoying, but he can still be very good. He has the revival after he's received 7 attacks, so that's not too difficult to get, considering you're probably going to be using him as more of a defensive unit anyway. So he's going to be the next best leader with the full 170 lead, but obviously far from being the best unit on the team. If you have the tech Goku, depending on the build you can make, I wouldn't even necessarily bring this guy, but obviously he can still be very good. Next up, we have the AGL Blue Evolution Vegeta. So the only reason I mentioned this guy, as I said at the beginning, AGL units are going to do reduced damage, but his defense is still good, especially after he's gotten off a bunch of attacks. But the main reason why I've put him here as an honourable mention is that he is a pure Saiyans leader for 3 key and 170% across the board. So if you don't have the Tech Goku or the Blue Evolution Vegeta, the LR, this guy obviously can stand in as a leader, and then you can just use any pure Saiyan units, bring all the Powerful Comeback units you have, and then obviously if you don't have enough to fill out a full Powerful Comeback team, there are other units that are going to be good for the team. In fact, I didn't bring up his page, but of course we should give a shout out to Tech God Goku, because this is a movie boss enemy, so he's going to be getting his massive damage reduction, and of course he fits on this leader skill, but he's not a Powerful Comeback unit, so You know, you're probably not going to be running him on the actual Tech Goku team, although you actually could run him without a leader skill, because with the type advantage and the fact that he has damage reduction, he's not going to take that much damage even from super attacks in the later stages. So this guy makes a perfectly good fill-in leader, and will be able to use most of the units that are going to be good in this event under his leader skill. So next up we have the Tech Goku and Vegeta that fuse into Gogeta. I don't think you can make a full powerful comeback team out of Time Limit or Connected Hopes, but if you had to use them as like a last resort leader, you could still make a team that had a decent amount of tech units on it in order to get through this event. So these guys will be pretty good. You can fuse from turn 4 to get the heal, but considering in Easy A's, you know, you can't heal up to this point. Chances are if you do even get to turn 4, you might be below the HP threshold, but to be honest, you're not going to need to transform. These guys are just there to be a solid keystone tech unit. They raise attack and defense on both their supers, and they are obviously going to be very, very good for this event. So next up we have the Int Namek Goku. So technically you could use him as a leader as well, I guess. Legendary Existence or Super Saiyans. God Goku is on Legendary Existence as well. Again, if you can't bring a full powerful comeback team because of your box, then just bringing strong tech units that fit under your leader's leader skill should still be able to see you through for the 30 stages. So this guy will be pretty decent. Obviously, he stacks up over time. Super hard content has made people lose a little bit of the luster for this guy, but he can actually still be very good. And obviously, because you're fighting an extreme class enemy, he gets extra attack. He has the potential to use his active skill, although his active skill is realistically only a finisher, but you can often use that to just finish off one of the stages. So Namek Goku definitely going to be a good unit to bring on the team as well, and he could make a substitute leader. So next up we have the Int Vegeta and Exchange Goku from the Namek Saga. I don't think you can make a team with their leader skill, unfortunately, but this is just a very solid unit. They are basically just like stats on a stick, right? They don't have any real tech. They just hit really hard and have really good defense post super attack. You do have the revival possibility if you start the turn at 29% or less HP, which isn't very likely until the harder stages, but that can be useful as well and could potentially turn a imminent loss run into a win when you get to those last couple of stages, or beyond if you want to farm Zenny statues. So this guy obviously going to be another very good unit on the team, able to deal a lot of damage. I would probably run them on the team and then just use them as like a third slot floater, and they'll be able to do solid damage while having solid defense. So next up we have the Physical LR Master Roshi. Now he's on powerful comeback, so that's why he's here. His revival is very easy to have like on the table, right? You only have to have 2 or more Turtle School allies on the team, which is basically every Goku in the game. So just have to have 2 Gokus on the team, and then he's going to have the potential for the revival. The only condition for the revival is having the HP 50% or less, which is obviously easy enough to do. Now, if you are running the Tech Goku leads and they're on the same turn, that means you can have Goku's one active as well. You probably want to get Goku's if you have the choice, but obviously Roshi's one is going to be very useful, and especially if you don't have him, very useful for maybe people that have a slightly weaker box for taking on this event. Having the revival to kind of save you is definitely going to be very good. He has built-in dodge as well. His defense is not the best these days, but for easy A's, he's going to be perfectly fine. So he is a solid option for the team as well. Next up, we have the Physical LR Blue Boys, the Blue Evolution Vegeta and Blue Kaioken Goku. These guys are another unit I feel like fit the same role as the Int Vegeta and Goku Exchange, where you just put them in slot 3, get them to do a bunch of damage. They greatly raise defense on both of their supers, so if you pick up enough Rainbow Orbs, not only are they critting and doing a bunch of additional normal attacks, but then they're potentially going to get the additional super attack as well, which of course gives them another defense raise. So these guys are just a very powerful unit. And then you could use their active skill, even though it makes them weaker defensively, it gives them a huge attack buff, so you could use that as a finisher to some of the stages as well. So another very strong option here. They also, I guess, All Out Struggle and Joined Forces, you could potentially make a team out of that as well, so they could be another stand-in leader. Next up, we have the Physical LR Gogeta from the 3-year, the Angel Goku and Vegeta. Obviously, they got an easy A during the anniversary, so this is now a very solid unit. Raises defense on both super attacks, has a built-in chance to dodge. You're very unlikely to get to turn 6 to take the free heal, but that obviously could be useful as well if you do manage to get to that point. So all in all, just another solid unit that will be good on the team. Not the best unit, but definitely one that is worth including, as they will perform very, very well. Next up we have Tech Gohan. Of course we have Tech Gohan, everybody's boy, the hybrid stand champion of Twitter, the Tech Gohan. Obviously in this event he's going to be super good. He guards anyway, but he's got type advantage, so his damage will be somewhat reasonable, especially if he gets hit first in slot 1 to get that attack buff. There's not really a huge amount of like hybrid Saiyans. I think you probably could still make a team that can easily beat this event with his leader skill. But hybrid Saiyans and Saviors that are also on powerful comeback, you just bring as many of those as you can, and then I would fill out the rest of the team with like Tech hybrid Saiyans, and then you probably still could quite easily get through the 30 stages. So if you're missing a lot of these big units we've talked about, but you have Tech Gohan, you probably could make a solid hybrid Saiyan team that can beat this whole event. So next up we have the Vegeta that is going to get his EZA as part of this event. Now I saw someone say, it was kind of interesting, it was in a comment, it was either on one of the videos yesterday or on the tweet I made about the fact that these guys are sub-EZAs, but you could play through the EZA once, and then rather than EZAing Metal Cooler straight away, use those medals to EZA this Vegeta, because he's on powerful comeback, so then you could put him on the team in order to re-farm the rest of the medals, because he's Tech, he's going to be doing a very solid amount of damage, he greatly raises defense on Super, but obviously that's kind of up to you. If you were going to do the EZA and then replay the stages straight away to get the medals for the other two characters anyway, then it might be effective to awaken the Vegeta first and then use him on the team, but obviously that's up to you. I know some people probably going to wait to do the sub-EZAs or not even do them at all. So, but EZA'd, he'll be very good on the team. Not EZA'd, I mean, he'll still be okay, but is not even really an honourable mention if he doesn't have his EZA yet. So next up we have Int UI Goku, another unit that will just perform relatively well, especially as like a slot 3 floater, builds up defense with each super attack. If you do get to 50% or less HP, there is no turn restriction, and of course then he awakens into the Whitehead Ultra Instinct, has a 100% dodge chance for that turn, so as you can probably guess, just another solid unit, can do decent damage, have decent defense, and then you have the potential to get that transformation and have a free turn basically, where he's not going to get hit and is going to deal a bunch of extra damage. And then last but not least we have the Int Gogeta. He's a bit outdated now, but he raises defense on Super. As long as you pick up one Rainbow Orb, he has a 30% chance to dodge. So he's just another unit. He basically is just an honourable mention. If you need one final unit to fill out your team, then you could bring him, considering he is on the category. So looking back, powerful comeback is obviously not a huge team. I mean, LR Jiren is Tech, so I guess you could use him. The Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, whilst he is aged a bit now, and obviously still doesn't even have like a 200% lead, he is Tech, so he would still be very solid here. I didn't mention a lot of AGL units apart from the Vegeta lead or the STR units, just because they don't do a huge amount of damage. Gohan obviously could be good, and Namek Goku, depending on the team builds you're running, as long as their guard is going to go off for you in the harder stages. But Gohan is providing a lot of defensive support to the rest of the team as well, so he could still be very useful. And then of course this Goku and Gohan, they are going to get their EZA, although actually yeah, they get their EZA after the free-to-play units get their EZAs after the event comes out, so they won't have their EZA in time. And honestly, I don't think they're quite good enough to be used until they actually have it. So there you go. Those are the top picks and honourable mentions for a powerful comeback team build in order to beat the AGL Metal Cooler EZA. Let me know what you guys think down below. Like I said at the beginning, if there's any units you think I missed or I should have talked about more, let me know down below in the comment section, and let me know what your team build is going to look like for this EZA. So I will be live over on my YouTube channel to stream the EZA when it comes out, so make sure you're subscribed, hit that bell button to be notified when I go live. Make sure you follow me on Twitter or join the Discord, because I always post there when I'm going to go live as well, because YouTube is weird with notifications sometimes. And yeah, let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.